diet.
Yay!
Wow, there's a lot of you here today that must care. And that's why we are here today. Is very, very important for our children. I'm here today to speak for them because they have no voice. This is important to them and their future. To hear their statistics out there that say that this current generation will not be outliving their parents, we should all be out in the streets screaming about that. That is not okay. Why does that become okay? That Monsanto can take away our children. It can take away other family members as it poisons them slowly with the chemicals that it puts in our food. So today, I really feel this is our Lorax moment. This is our moment where we have to speak for the trees, we have to speak for the farms, and we have to speak for the children. So I've taken this Lorax book and I have written it in the words of a Monsanto version. Monsanto is the one slur in this book. Way back in the days when the food was still pure and the fields were still clean and the pond was still wet and the clouds were still clean and the song of the Wommy-Wongs rang out in pace. One morning I came to this glorious place and I first saw the farms, the organic farms, the nourishing mineral-dense soil of the farms, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And on the farm, I saw field after field of vibrant crops growing in soil free of pesticides and herbicides as real food should be grown. But those farms, those organic farms, all my life I've been searching for farmland so rich. The touch of the soil was so pure and clean, and it had the minerals and nutrients we need. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart, and in no time at all, I'd build a small lab. Then I genetically engineered some corn and added BT, a biological pesticide, to it to poison the pests that live on the corn. The instant I had finished, I heard a gazump. I looked. I saw something pop out of the corn I had just genetically modified. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharp and bossy. "Mister," he said with a determined tone, "I am the Lorax. I speak for the food. I speak for the food has no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs." He was very upset as he shouted and puffed. "What's that thing you've made out of my corn?" "Look, Lorax," I said, "there's no cause for alarm. I genetically enhanced just the corn. I am doing no harm. I am being quite useful. This thing is a GE crop. A GE crop is a fine something that all people need. It is safe to eat. It will help feed the world. It will reduce the dependence on pesticides and herbicides. But it has other uses. Yes, far beyond that. You can copyright the seeds and slowly take over all the farmland. It will increase the dependence on pesticides and herbicides. It will slowly poison the people eating it, making them dependent on the pharmaceuticals we produce. The list goes on and on. There's quite more than that." The Lorax said, "Sir, you are crazy with greed. There's no fool on earth who would buy that fool GE." But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just that minute, a chap came along, and he thought that the GE crop that I had created was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. "You poor stupid guy. You never can tell what some people will buy." "I repeat," cried the Lorax, "I speak for the food." "I am busy," I told him. "Shut up, if you please." I rushed across the room and in no time at all built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts and I said, "Listen here. Here's a wonderful chance for the Monsanto family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Niche, turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch." And sadly, the story goes on and on for years to tell a sad tale of lies and greed from farm to seed. Monsanto and their GE crops are harming people and the earth that we need. Recently, the Lorax took a visit to check on the damage caused by Monsanto and their GE crops, and this is what happened. The Lorax said nothing, just gave the farms a glance, just gave the farms a very sad, sad backward glance. as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants. And I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took leave of the farm through the hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all the Lorax left here in the field was a small pile of rocks with one word: unless. Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. But now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you, all of you, cares a whole lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So go. Take your knowledge and passion. Act on your intentions. Create change. It is going to take all of us that are here, to care and tell other people why to stop eating GMO food. You are in charge of inoculating the public against the lies of Monsanto. You are in charge of reclaiming consumers' rights. You are in charge of protecting the children and the environment we live in. A personal ban on GMO food is what everyone needs. Plant your own gardens, purchase organic food, treat it with care, give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Support organic farms and their nourishing crops. Then the Lorax and all of his friends might come back. I have a few little letters here from some young friends of mine who asked me why we weren't going to be doing our hiking club today. And I told them we were doing something more important than that. And I explained to them about Monsanto and why we were here and why this was important. And this is what they sat down to share with you. Dear Monsanto, you are poisoning our food, and if we eat too much, we could die. Stop telling those stupid lies to people who fight against you. I won't eat your stupid poison products, and I would make sure no one else will eat your products until you stop. From Ellie, age 9. Dear Monsanto, when you poison our food, it harms us. Please stop. It causes cancer and sick people to die. It is stupid and cowardly to lie to innocent citizens and children of America. We hate your food and poison and GMO. We have the right to say no. Signed, Zoe, age 9. I'm going to finish with one from my daughter. Dear Monsanto, when you poison our food, it harms us, and if we eat too much, we could die. There's a theme here. I don't like your stupid lies you tell our country. We have the right to say no to not having GMO. My grandma has cancer. I hope it wasn't because of you. From Abby. P.S. Simon says no to GMO. Thank you very much. Please, everybody, take this to heart. This is a very, very serious thing. We all need to stop buying our GMO, buy organic, and tell everybody you know. Thank you so much.